Hey, what's up? Dishsoap here. Don't usually do this, usually just streaming on Twitch, but hit rank 1 recently. It says it's rank 2, that's just because my rank hasn't updated yet, but I thought it would be a good time to make a tier list for TFT set 8.5. Right now, I think there are 5 tier 1 comps: Mascot Vex, Super Draven, Laser Core, Anima Squad, and Viego Jhin Duo Carry. You can play all these without specific hero augments, they're not really locked behind anything. First comp we're going to talk about is Mascot Vex. You want to play 3 Rift Rocker and at least 4 Mascot. Ideally, you get a Mascot spat so you don't have to find a new on 7. You want 4 Mascot, 3 Rift Walker. You want to roll for Vex on 3-2, and then on 4-1 you want to level to 7 and then slow roll for 3-star. The comp is a lot better when you have a Mascot spot, because 6 Mascot's really good. With Rift Walker, you put your Zac next to the Vex, so the Zac gains the Mascot trait. This Vex items are going to be Archangel Blue Buff +1. +1 can be any AP item, and you want to put tank items on either Malphite or Alistar, whatever one you're closer to 3-starring. You could also reroll for Pyke. If you get a Mascot spot, the best unit to put it on is Aatrox. Mascot Aatrox is super broken, so if you get a Mascot spot, look for him. Next comp, gonna be Super Draven. This is an old comp, not gonna go through it much, but just go for healing plus less Whisper on Draven. Last item can be whatever. A lot of people build IE because it helps with spell crit. Just play supers, reroll on 6, level 7, level 8, play Garen and Leona for 5 mech. Super simple comp, it's really strong right now though. Next comp, 6 Laser Core. I only would recommend playing this comp if you get a +1 Laser Core from either the gold or prismatic augment. The reason for that is that the jump between 5 to 6 Laser Core is really big right now. And also the jump between 4 to 5 is really big. And you can't get 5 if you don't have a Mordekaiser unless you have the augment. So this is gonna be what your board looks like on level 8. I like to run Shin LeBlanc for admin plus hacker, and I like to run TF as like another backline carry. And I like to run Aatrox as like a tank, because since every single unit gets a drone, having a super tanky unit is pretty valuable because he can get all the drones, and the drones proc off like stuff dealing damage to you, so he's super good with it. This Warwick is going to be Titans Runons +1. The +1 can be literally anything. This unit is super flexible. It can be DV, can be GS, can be Ginsu, can be RFC, can be Edge of Night, QSS, less for IE. Doesn't really matter. You can use infinite items, but just try to get Runons Titans. AP goes on TF and Mordekaiser. Tank goes on Aatrox. Really good comp, play with Laser +1. Next comp's gonna be Anima Squad. Like, I think it's only that good with the emblem or a +1, so you can get 7 Anima Squad. 5 Anima doesn't feel that good, but this is gonna be like level 7 board. Tank on Riven, damage items on MF. You can also like carry Vayne, but kind of hard to be in that spot. I think carry MF is just the easier one to do. Level 8 can be whatever. It can be Brawler, a Defender, a Duelist, Alistar, whatever thing you upgrade. And you want to cap your board out by dropping the Nasus and Silas for just like legendaries. Yeah, really good comp, really simple to play. Hit Anna on 2-1, win the game. Next comp I'm gonna look at is Renegade Riftwalker. Riftwalker, like I said earlier, you summon the Zac, and whatever Riftwalker unit your Zac is closest to is gonna gain their trait. So you wanna put it closest to Jhin to get Renegade, and we wanna be duo carrying Jhin and Viego. I think Jhin items matter more than Viego, because Viego is a melee carry, he's gonna die. Jhin can stay in the back and snipe people off. But yeah, Jhin is gonna be Deathblade IE +1. I just went with GS here. Viego is just gonna be any leftover AP items you have on him. I wouldn't be that stingy with the items put on Viego. He can use pretty much everything. And then you want a tank. It can be either Aatrox or Echo. Doesn't really matter. But you might notice we only have like 6 units here. That's because this comp is super flexible. You can fit a lot of stuff. A common one that I do a lot is just 5 Renegade. It's super cheap. You can also do stuff just like, you just play Fiddlesticks and like Mordekaiser, for example. If you high roll, you can play like Fiddlesticks Echo, you can play like Hacker, you can play LeBlanc and Camille. There's a lot of stuff. This is the core. Fill in the +2 with whatever. The easiest and cheapest one is just 5 Renegade. If you want an easy comp to do, just do that. Itemize Jhin first, Viego second, but you want 3, both of them have 3 items. And yeah, comp's good. Tier 2 comps are going to be Camille reroll, Spellsingers with Nico and TF carry, admin / Brawler Warwick, and Duelist. So for Camille reroll, ignore all of these legendaries and stuff. The units you want to focus on level 6 is just 3 Renegade plus admin plus hacker. If you don't hit the Jhin at level 6, which is pretty unlikely, it's a 4 cost, you can just run Lucian and Silas. It's weaker though, obviously, because you're running 2 1-star units. So obviously hitting Jhin on 6 is preferable, but you just want to fit in 2 admin, 2 hacker, 3 renegade. That's the most important thing at level 6. BAS Camille is going to be BT, Titans, and IE. You want to get a admin that gives you attack damage or attack speed. Attack damage is preferable, just take anyone that gives you that. And then just reroll on 6, and then you can level to 7, and then you can play something similar to the Riftwalker board we showed earlier. You can reroll for Pyke as well on level 6 and itemize him, which is like utility support. But you can end up just dropping Shen and playing like just the full Renegade board. Late game, until you cap out the board. Super strong reroll comp, really high cap. Probably broken if you have the Camille augment, but honestly, it's playable even without the Camille augment. It's a super good comp. Would definitely recommend. Next is just 6 Spellsinger. There's a lot of variations in this. I'm just going to show the easiest one. It's just going to be 6 Spellsingers with Oxforce Frontline and Echo. The most important thing to this comp is just having Nico and Twisted Fate itemized. I don't even think BIS is that important for them. They get a lot of just damage from the Spellsinger trait. So as long as they have 3 items, it's fine. Nico kind of wants a mana item and just some amplification, and TF wants attack speed instead of mana. Just attack speed for TF, mana for Nico, and then just give them both damage. Nico's going to help deal with AoE, and TF is going to help do single target. And then take items on Echo or Annie, whatever you have itemized. It's a pretty simple comp. The next one, the board looks really weak, but this is mostly just because it's like a tempo comp. It's something you want to roll for on level 7. It's just going to be 4 Brawler for Admin Warwick. The strength of this comp is that it's super cheap for how effective it is, and you're stable at Warwick 1. BIS Warwick, like I talked about earlier, is going to be Titans plus Runons plus 1. You can do whatever you hit. Does not really matter. Admin, you're just going to be looking like Camille. You're just going to be looking for attack speed, attack damage, and permanent HP. I think the best ones are every 5 seconds and at combat start. So on level 7, you're just going to roll for like this board. It's going to be stable enough to let you go level 8 on like stage 5. And then you're going to slowly want to replace these low value brawlers for like higher quality units like a Garen or a Fiddlesticks or an Aatrox or something. And then if your 4 admin's not even good, you can actually just drop out of 4 admin as well. Just play a bunch of legendaries, and this is like how you cap out the board, but don't worry about it. Just roll on 7 for Warwick 1, 4 Brawler for admin, and then you're super stable. Next comp, just gonna be Duelists. Pretty similar to the comp last set. You want Lock It on Nyla and itemizing a backline carry. Ideally, you play TF carry. If you get like spread shot or something, or if you have like a bunch of veins, you can do vein carry. I think TF carry is a little more consistent though, because obviously he's a 4 class, he's more powerful. We'll just prioritize Lock It first, and then like Shiv plus AP second. You don't really need Ginsu for Duelist TF because he gets the attack speed already, obviously. The way this comp can like push for like thirds and seconds is if you get a 8 Duelist, which is like a Duelist emblem, and you just play 8 Duelists and 8. Pretty easy top 4, top 5. 8 Duelists can push for a top 2. Next comp, I would say these are like the tier 3 comps. Tier 3 / tier 4, as you'll see later. It's gonna be 4 Quick Draw MF. You can play like 3 Quick Draw on like a utility or a frontline unit instead, like a legendary. Problem with this comp is not damage. 4 Quick Draw MF does plenty of damage. He uses the same items as like Animal Squad, for example. The problem with Quick Draw MF is that your frontline in this set is just not very good. Once they like buff some of the frontline like Aatrox or Garen or Echo, I would expect this comp to be a lot better. But right now, if your MF doesn't kill the entire board in one cast, or if you have like Axiom Mark or something, your whole board gets deleted. If you have like AP items, but you don't have like a Spellsinger or Animal Squad, I would consider just doing this. You can definitely still like top 4, top 3 with this board. It's just going to be rough until you get like all your 2-star frontline online. If Mech Garen was better, I would just play Mech instead of Aatrox, but Mech is pretty not that good right now. So yeah. Next comp is going to be Infiniteam. I would only recommend playing this if you have an Infiniteam spat. Reason is that you can fit 7 Infiniteam. It also just helps you like go like fast 8, fast 9. Copying a Fiddlesticks is a lot better than copying like a Shin, for example. So that's why I think you really only want to play this with Infiniteam +1. Or like the emblem rather. But how this comp is going to work is you just, hopefully you win streak with 5 Infiniteam and then can get 2-star legendaries like Fiddle and Ezreal and then copy them through the portals. This comp is super high roll. It's kind of weird that the new vertical trade is just like not that good without the spat or legendaries, but it is what it is. If you're like low rolling to mid rolling, I would like not recommend holding any of the Infiniteam units. I would just pivot out and then roll for like Warwick or something. But yeah, if you're high rolling and you have an Infiniteam emblem, I would consider it because it actually does cap out pretty high. Last and certainly least is going to be Sure Shot. Right now, I think if we look at the unit stats, I think Samira is like the worst unit in the game right now. All right, we're not sorting by placement. Yeah, if we sort by placement, she's like the second worst unit in the game right now. So please at your own risk. It's just going to be frontline plus Sure Shots, itemized Samira Ezreal. Like this looks like the old Sure Shot set comp, but it's a lot worse right now because I think Ezreal's worse than Aphelios, and they also nerfed Samira, so play it at your own risk. But just to recap, S tier comps, Mascot Vex, Super Draven, 6 Laser Core, Anima Squad, Jhin Viego. Tier 2 comps, Camille reroll, 6 Spellsinger, Brawler, Admin Warwick, Duelists. Tier 3 / tier 4 comps, Quick Draw MF, Infiniteam, and Sure Shot. And that's going to be it for me today. There's a lot of different comps that you can only play with like certain specific hero augments, like a lot of reroll comps. There's too many of those comps to fit in a video, but if you guys want to see a separate video for like specific hero augment reroll comps, just let me know. Looking to post more guides / educational content in the future. So just let me know if you're interested in that. And yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Peace.